After an attack is over and the all clear has been sounded, arrangements will be made as soon as possible to treat any people who are ill or injured. Listen to your radio. Details will be given about what to do, when to do it, and how. If anyone dies while you are kept in your fallout room, move the body to another room in the house. Label the body with name and address, and cover it as tightly as possible in polythene, paper, sheets, or blankets. Tie a second card to the covering. The radio will advise you what to do about taking the body away for burial. If, however, you have had a body in the house for more than 5 days, and if it is safe to go outside, then you should bury the body for the time being in a trench or cover it with earth and mark the spot of the burial.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's watch party for the 1986 super classic, The Delta Force. As always, I'm Andrew, and I'm joined today by the return of Big Daddy Dom.
Yeah, hello everybody. Happy to be here. I'm a changed man now. I'm a father.
Now you're now you're Big Daddy Dom. That's what we're calling you.
Big Daddy Dom. Yep.
That's right.
As I'm known in the clubs, now I'm known in the streets.
Right, let's get the sync point going, and then we'll get down to business. Right, so today's sync point, excuse me, my copy about 25 seconds in, where it says, where it's basically the Canon logo. The Canon logo, which of course, as you know, is a seal of quality. You know?
Seal of quality.
It is. It's like a. It's like a rubber stamp mark. It's like the USDA of the film industry.
Oh, for sure, yes.
So let's do a roll call. Everyone gets that queued up. I can see we're joined by Ms. Swift, Sharon, Alex, Peacock, Lizardman, Mad Matt, Jedi Wizard, Brainwire, Calbot, James Hellier. Welcome, James. Let's see who else we got. Eric is here. And Ms. I think I said hello to Ms. Swift already. Anyway, but there we go. So, Dom, when did you first see this film, or have you never seen it before?
I've never seen it. I've seen loads of Chuck Norris films. I've never seen this one.
Dom,
I don't know how I missed it, because I loved Cannon back in the day as well.
Just as well you've got a son. This is a father-son bonding film.
Absolutely. I'm sure it is.
This is a great film.
Would you all like to see my son? I can't quite hear you, but I'm going to go grab him.
I think we'd all like to see him. Let's go and have a... There we go. I tell you what, if I can do this, let's see if I can do something in the software here. I make 2 seconds, everyone. I'm going to make Dom full screen for you all quickly. Bear with me. If I do
Here
this,
he is.
2 seconds, Dom. I'm just making him bigger on the screen. There you go, so everyone can see him. There we go.
Bones has come to say hi as well.
Aww.
This is little Christopher Theodore Wallace. He's tiny. He was born 5 pounds 1 inch. 1 inch? Yeah, that's how weight works.
Yes.
Sleep deprivation's a great drug. Yeah, he sleeps mostly. But yeah, he's a little tiny guy, and I can't wait to show him this stream when he's older.
Exactly. Well, he's getting a lot of love in the stream anyway. So
Bones loves him too. He's here now, trying to sniff and lick.
There we go. Right, let's put it back on.
I'll go put him back to his crib with his mum.
Pop him back in his crib.
Come on, Bones.
There we go.
We'll be later, Chris.
Exactly, Sharon. Another generation of Extro fans. But Mad Matt, you get your Chuck Norris's mixed with your Charles Bronson. I don't know. I think it's easy. Just the big moustache. Big moustache on Chuck Norris. Also, guys, I've got a different camera today. Is it like okay? I've been fiddling with the settings, trying to get it to look roughly the same. So, yes, exactly. If Chris wakes up, Sharon, he can join the stream. Apparently, Dom.
Awesome. I'll make sure that's that's
He can have
known.
his own. He can have his own little set of headphones, and he'll look adorable.
Yep. We'll get him his own little headphones. He can watch with us.
Right. So I tell you what we're going to do is, because this is a bit of a longer film, it's 2 hours long. Let's do the countdown and get into it. So if everyone's ready, here we go. There we go. Oh, that Canon
Very
logo.
nostalgic for Canon, yeah.
It is. I love Canon films. And I love this as well. This is Iran Desert 1, 200 miles southeast of Tehran.
I have no idea if it was known on my screen, how bright that explosion was. My face, I think, lit up like a Christmas tree.
I think it did. So you've never seen this before, Dom, obviously.
I have never seen this before.
Let's ask the chat. When did you first see this? I saw this actually quite late as films go. I saw this in probably about the early 2000s on TV. I loved it. The best thing about this film, the soundtrack is an absolute banger.
It does sound pretty awesome right now. What was your intro to Chuck Norris? What was your first Chuck Norris exposure?
Oh. I think it was one of the Missing in Action films.
Fair.
For me.
Mine was Walker, Texas Ranger.
Oh, excellent.
I'm young.
Lee Marvin, who's there for no reason than to be there. You know, he's...
Yes. Where was this filmed? This has all the hallmarks of California.
Oh, definitely. But, yeah, a few people are saying Walker, Texas Ranger. James is saying he first saw this when it released on Blu-ray.
Oh, nice.
I'm not saying there's anything stereotypical, but Chuck... Do you know what, though? The difference is, giving Chuck Norris a role where he saves everyone, it's more believable than Steven Seagal, because he doesn't... Chuck Norris doesn't seem to have the ego of Seagal.
I mean... he has the same kind of ego, but it is a different brand, right? Seagal is all me, but Chuck Norris is, I will save everyone. Like, it's more heroic, his ego.
Do you know why his hands hurt then? When he touched that hot metal? Because he froze the fire.
Yes.
With his powers.
Here come all the Chuck Norris gags.
Yes.
Chuck Norris never sleeps. He simply waits.
Well, Mad Matt, you're in good company. If you're about 62, you're in good company. If you're the same age as Lee Marvin in this. Yeah. Exactly, Lizardman saying, nonsense, Seagal is still totally fit. So long as you stretch the screen a lot and make sure he doesn't have to move too much. And he can have a chair for most of his acting.
Yeah, he gets out of his chair.
Now, this is something I did find out is a real thing with these Hercules planes. You'll see in a minute. Oh.
I miss Canon. I miss Canon so much.
This is peak Canon. I love this.
It is pure, like, daydream cinema.
That tune kicks in.
Yeah, with the title card.
Yeah. So,
there it is.
This is a real thing that they have on the Hercules planes. In fact, I think they maybe even use stock footage for it. If you see this propeller plane in a minute has rockets attached to it for takeoff. If you look on the side of it, it's a real plane, and they do it basically when the plane is either too heavy or the runway is too short, because it's quite a slow plane at taking off, needs a longer runway. It gives it more thrust for takeoff because they attach chemical rockets to it.
Big boost. Plutonium Shaw is telling us that Chuck Norris can, in fact, divide by 0. Chuck Norris counted to infinity twice. Death once had a near Chuck Norris experience. And Sharon says, when Chuck Norris looks in a mirror, the mirror shatters.
Well, this is an interesting fact, though. I mean, how cool is that? That is an army recruiting advert, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got the gunship taking off, and then the plane with the rockets on the back as they're off to go kick ass elsewhere.
To save the world again.
Alan Silvestri, though.
Yeah.
Hang on, isn't that shot just repeated of the play? Oh, it's...
Yeah, it is.
Is this like a Santa Claus film where it's just showing them constantly jetting off from different locations, or did they legitimately repeat that shot?
I think they repeated it. Oh, Athens. I miss Athens. It's been an age since I've been.
Yeah, well, it's not quite the same, is it, Dom? Go to Athens from America is a significant journey.
Yep. Going to Athens from
I can drive 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I can drive 40 minutes and get a plane for about £29 return.
Yep. Duty free.
These men don't look at all suspicious.
Mad Matt is saying his intro to Chuck Norris was dodgeball. No, he's joking. Thank you, Chuck Norris.
Well, we could have another great Chuck Norris film, Sidekicks.
Ooh.
Which is like a fantasy Karate Kid film.
Oh, that's why it's so bloody bright. My brightness went up like 1,000,000,000%. There we go.
Yeah, exactly, James. This one was an uneasy mix of ripped from the headlines realism and rocket-firing motorcycles. It is. A lot of this is kind of based on the real world and true stories. Like a real hostage situation it's based on.
Gotcha.
But actually, we've got another hostage film for next week.
We do?
I found a film, I remembered a film, and it's the good news for everyone next week. The film is one you can all find free on YouTube. There's about 8 copies of it. If you haven't got a copy of it, so you can not to hire it, you'll find it on YouTube, and I'll go through it in a little bit with you.
Speaking of free on YouTube, today, of course, is the 5th anniversary of the In Search of Darkness premiere.
It is. It is indeed.
Today's a very special day for me because I had to make a very important choice. I'm pretty sure I've told this story at least once on the watch parties before, but my anniversary with my wife is tomorrow, so I had to make a choice. Go to LA and hang out with celebrities, with the movie that we made, and just enjoy a premiere, and maybe make it in time for my wedding on the drive back, or play it safe. If you look at any of the pictures of the premiere, I wasn't there.
It was before I joined about a year before I joined the team.
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
Man, time has flown by. It really has. 5 years. But it's
they're also sweaty.
Everyone is super sweaty, and that's a canon trait. Like in most of their films, everyone is dripping with sweat.
That's cool, Mad Matt. You read the You're in Search of Tomorrow book, and you only time to read dedication. I think I've got a.
Yes, I do.
No, have we got them in the book as well, Dom? Oh, there we go. Dom goes. Here's.
Very proud to say I've finally got my In Search of Tomorrow book. Great piece of literature. I'm not saying that just because I worked on it. It is a truly wonderful. Oh wow! I actually turned to my page. I didn't do that on purpose, I swear. But The Last Starfighter, I fucking love that movie.
Oh, and we've got George Kennedy in this film as well. The cast in this film is incredible.
Look at how much room they have.
Yeah, before
certain airline incidents happened, and now we have very little room.
Yes. I like the fact he's coming from Athens and he's got a bag labelled Athens. I've been to Athens and this is my Athens bag.
Well, how else is anyone going to know he came from Athens? And how dare you, James? I am not simply a thief of the complimentary book. I worked on the dang thing. I'm in the credits. All those lovely pictures. Yours truly had to go through the movies and grab them. Poor me. I had to watch so many 80s films.
Athens to New York.
Is this first class they're in? Look at the size of those chairs.
Yeah, they're in first. Yeah, exactly. He's basically advising he's up to no good. Lizardman, great job on keeping you cool, dude. Worst terrorist ever.
The Ravens game's close today. It's close.
Hang on, half those overhead lockers aren't actually closed.
I've noticed that. None of them had actual, like bin containers, like no doors. It was just open. Okay, we George here as well. It is really hard not to think that Leslie Nielsen's going to be around the corner and it's just going to turn into Airplane with the nuns, the Russians.
Don't forget though. Well, yeah, but with George, George Kennedy, as James know, he was basically Joe Petroni in every of the Airplane films, and he ended up basically he had this weird career trajectory where he ended up in the first film he was head mechanic for the airline, and in the last film he was chief test pilot for the Concorde.
He had a real good career
progression.
Movement. Yeah.
Airport, not airplane. Sorry, James. Airport.
That is a crisp suit, though.
I wouldn't. I'm not being funny. If I was that man, I wouldn't want my wife sleeping next to me when the plane is clearly that sweaty aboard. Not going like that. Get your head off me. I'm sweaty. Excuse me, we're in first class. Do we get a better class of hijacker?
Yeah.
It's brutal. Wow. This film is, yeah.
Just pistol whipping everyone.
Oh, yeah. It gets worse. Oh, my God.
Please, my wife. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Yeah. This is why now the cockpits have a lot better security on them, though.
Yeah.
Lizardman saying you really don't have to go through the trouble of to hijack a plane pre 9/11. You could easily bring a gun aboard a plane. Yeah.
There's too much force in this Delta movie.
There is.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, this is almost shot like a comedy film.
It is, isn't it?
The like hurt.
That carpet looks nasty on the plane.
Oh yeah, it's rough. Carpets. Oh yeah, that like shaggy and nasty. Like the amount of spillages that's been had on that.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure if actually the actor playing him. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's Robert Forster. It's kind of Middle Eastern face in a way.
Yes. Damn it, it's a hijack. Gosh darn.
Yeah, James, exactly. In a wig and boot polish.
Yep. With some guy liner to reinforce the eyes. Lizard Man. Oh man, now I have to deal with a hijack before a lunch. I hate this job.
Yeah. I kind of like this kind of all.
Joe Day.
I like the fact it's all gone up the chain. Oh, we got Robert Vaughn as well.
It's got a hell of a cast. Where the hell did they get the money to get all these guys? Or is Chuck Norris simply that much of a pull?
Morning. That's a weird room for. Okay, it's got a conference table and people typing at desks. But what's the viewing gallery for?
I don't know. That is so much wasted desk as well.
Yeah.
This could be a portrait here.
Oh yeah.
4 empty glasses of whiskey. Sorry, with 5 or 6 on the side, and there's Bud Light everywhere.
Oh, it's not Bud Light, it's a regular Bud.
Ah, yes.
The tough men that are drinking nothing but Bud.
And hard liquor.
Yeah, the reason I'm saying that they're being tough because they're drinking Bud is because they've had more than one can of it and carry on drinking it without retching.
Yeah, I guess it's the hard liquor is the chaser for the Budweiser.
Yeah. Oh, have you got any bleach?
Yeah, I need to wash it down with something nice.
Yeah, exactly, James. This scene going to be filmed in Lee Marvin's house. I love the fact he just left some cash on there. If that's all his drinks, he leaves like $5 for like 20 beers and just leaves.
Just $5 and walks up. Wait a minute, you're short by like $60 here. Lizard Man saying, the typical Southern breakfast. Didn't we already, in Cape Fear, didn't we associate the breakfast of champions as Pepto-Bismol and whiskey?
That's right.
Pepto and bourbon. Hang on, is the cockpit like? Does that have like a shag rug on the seat? Did I see like fur?
Yeah, it probably has actually. It's probably got like a furry seat cover.
Oh.
This is the grim bit. They're taking off all her jewellery with Hebrew symbols on.
Yeah. There's always the tough guy that reckons he can take him, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah, acting like it's just a robbery.
Oh. Well, I guess it's time to stop it.
How the hell has he got this enormous ranch on a soldier's salary? That's probably it's the 80s though, isn't it? If you remember, Al Bundy lived in an enormous house on a shoe salesman's salary.
True.
Yeah.
It's all the gold he uncovers on his excursions, no doubt.
Yes.
Come on, Ravens, equalize.
Excuse me, I paid for an extra legroom seat.
Yeah, I'm not swapping with him. Oh, how does he have a 6-pack of Budweiser yet there's one there?
Maybe he's on his second 6-pack. But the weird thing is, it's like two. So he's drinking Bud and eating eggs and toast in the horse stables in his ranch at 2:42 a.m.
Is that not what you do?
Yeah.
It's very standard.
Mad Matt saying ranches will buy one, get one free back then.
I love that all of his art is just pictures of horses riding somewhere.
Those pictures of him being ridden by horses, conceptual art.
Now that's in the bedroom. Oil paintings.
Chuck Norris. Oh. He likes pistol whipping, doesn't he?
He really does. He really does. It's his go-to move.
Mm.
Oh yeah, the Cabbage Patch doll.
Oh, evil things. And she grew up to be Ellen DeGeneres. You see what could have been averted.
One of the things I deeply appreciate about watching these movies with all you guys is that it reminds me that once upon a time, this is where I piss all over modern films, once upon a time, filmmaking, even when it was considered schlock by a company that is schlocky, had artists working on it, right? So the scene earlier that set up that she does get that Cabbage Patch doll, it had a payoff here. It was shot for a reason. And I think it's because film was expensive and you had to make the most of what you shot, because when you run out of film, you either have to buy more, source more somehow and get crappy stock, or deal with what you got. You can't just go, yeah, we'll just delete and record again. Like, digital filmmaking has made filmmakers complacent. I don't want to say lazy, because it's not lazy. It's still hard to make a film. But you can be complacent and you can be like, it's fine, we can record again.
Exactly.
We have nothing.
This was a passion project by Canon head honcho Mannheim Golan. Yeah, he directed
Mannheim Golan. Yeah.
However, there's a certain genius in making a film about the Delta Force. Do you know what that is? It saves certain amounts of money. Because to be realistic, Delta Force operators, because I looked it up after seeing this film, they're called operators, the soldiers who fight in Delta Force. They do not have any kind of personal grooming standards, as in like normal army. They don't have to have crew cuts, shaved faces, neatly trimmed beards. The idea is they look like normal people, so they have long, normal hair, unkempt hair. They have moustaches and whatever. Also, quite often, they don't use standard issue weapons. They all have a variety of weapons. So it gave them an opportunity of making this film that they didn't have to put as much into kind of having them all look
the same and have less personality. And it was a clever move.
Yeah. Oh, Plutonium Shaw, welcome. Moustache. Oh, this bit's harsh in a minute. Mad Max Delta Force starring Fabio.
Yeah, the movie we all need.
Yeah, the hostage material is very well done, very realistic. This is good stuff. He's actually a very sort of a sinister character in this.
Oh. I'm starting to see why it was a passion project for Menachem now.
Yeah. As much as it's schlocky, it's got some really powerful bits in it, this film.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why they're a bit bolshy, because they're in the forces.
Wait, the ship New Jersey or ships from New Jersey?
Probably the ship New Jersey.
I was going to say ships from New Jersey, aren't they just like Mad Max style, like mutant boats that have like metal barbed wire coating every inch of them and crazy folk off them?
Well, that one guy's very unstable, isn't he?
He flips at the tip of a hat, yeah. Give me your shirt. I like it better. Here, take mine. It's sweaty.
No. Yeah. There's a lot of very harsh stuff in this film.
You know, a film's kind of powerful when there's so much silence between you and I.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, we're going to get the shooty, bang, bang, Chuck Norris doing cool stuff. But this stuff's really powerful in a minute. Yeah, this is...
I am now realizing
sorry, Mad
well.
Matt. I know if you're not watching the film, you're saying it's difficult to imagine what's happening. This is just harsh. Trying to force the German air hostess to pick out all the Jews to be singled out by the terrorists. It's harsh, Mad Matt. Sorry.
When was this film? 86?
Yeah, so 38 years ago.
And not too distant from the Holocaust itself. It's
no. Realistically, that man would have, if he'd got the tattoo. Obviously, he was in a camp, but he's you could think he might have been sort of 10 years old in the camp.
Yeah. It's still fresh history there, though.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's kind of
troubling. Living memory.
Yeah. It is a little troubling that a lot of people have forgotten how dark and grim history
definitely
is.
I mean, James is saying Martin Balsam's character is a Holocaust survivor, which is, that's the thing.
Horrible event.
But Chuck Norris is going to come and save the day.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not really much of a, British loyalist. I'm not very proud of Britain in terms of its society, its standing in the world. However, the fact that Britain stood up to such a vile, despicable act of pure evil will always make me very proud.
Yes.
Hey.
James, though.
I'm an ally, damn it.
You know what I like to imagine in this film, though? That every time you hear this music play throughout the film, they've actually got someone with the Ghetto Blaster presses play.
Yeah, just right
in
next
the location. Yeah. It's the tune when they're getting ready to Delta Force it. Oh, he's been promoted. I love the fact they got their little Delta Force, well, not little, a giant Delta Force plane that goes, like...
Their adorable little Delta Force plane that requires rockets to actually take off.
Yes. No, you see on this runway, because it's like a friendly airbase, it's got enough runway to take off on, so it doesn't need them.
It's basically the Thunderbird 2. If it actually has like a little mini Delta Force, like 1 and 2 and 3 that come out of it, that'd be great.
There's an assortment of vehicles in there. There's more vehicles in that plane than it can hold. It's brilliant. It's like the TARDIS inside.
Yeah.
Wow. Mad Matt saying, at my dad's birthday, one of his friends told his personal recollection of being a survivor of Pearl Harbor. I can't put into words my experience of hearing his story. I imagine that was rough. Yeah, exactly. James. Robert Vaughan could have just walked in from the final season of the A-Team. He was General Hunt Stockwell. That's right. He was brought in, wasn't he, as a friend of George Peppard to try to smooth things out a bit because George Peppard was so toxic. That's a good point, Alex. What gets me is they're deploying from the US, which will take hours to get over to wherever the Athens flight is now, yeah.
Yep.
If I remember right, it's like, I think the Athens plane stops in Spain or somewhere. Yeah, James, that's true. This film's a cross between Megaforce and something horribly real. This is awful, this stuff.
I want the Megaforce team to just turn up and make it fun again. It's getting too real.
Oh, don't worry. We get lots of shooty bang bang with the Delta Force. Oh, this is grim. Yeah. Alex is saying, is anyone else distracted by the made-up magazines in the bins? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm desperately trying to distract myself from the harsh reality of this.
Yeah.
I don't have any personal stories of the war, naturally. I'm far too young to even be second generation involved. But my grandfather's brother, I again believe I've mentioned this before, was a man called Barnes Neville Wallace. He invented the bouncing bomb. He wasn't his brother, cousin. I'm loosely related to Barnes Neville Wallace.
So we've got a connection there, Dom.
We do.
We do. Because my grandmother, they used to go to because they lived. A lot of the bouncing bomb was all developed in Lincolnshire.
Yeah.
And my grandmother used to serve the Dambusters and Wallace in the White Hart Hotel in Lincoln when they used to come in for food.
Look at that. And now the
circle is complete.
Later, we fulfilled the prophecy.
But, James, my grandmother wasn't a bouncing bomb, but the Luftwaffe did try and kill my grandmother.
Gosh.
What happened was... No, I don't mean as in, like, bombing.
Yeah.
She was walking home from work one day on a country lane, and a fighter escort that got separated from its bombers started strafing the street. Oh. And she had to hide in a ditch.
Well, I'm glad she survived. I'm glad she hid.
Yeah. So there we go.
Are we about to get an I am your father reveal?
Not quite. That's right, James. I told us what we always suspected. I was Dom's father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate.
Basically, yeah. It is so surreal, that connection.
Yeah. Alex saying this is realism, though, what we're seeing. Not the old home guard, dad's army thing, no.
Yeah, this is just horrors. Yeah. The horrible, like, nightmare aftershock of the war, which we're still feeling to this day. The fact that a lot of people still don't believe the Holocaust actually happened disgusts me. It disgusts me to my core. Like, having been to Auschwitz, it is pure nightmare. Like, the horrors that man can inflict on man. Ugh.
I think I've spoken about in World War II with my grandfather that he basically never recovered from the Second World War from what he saw on D-Day, and he spent his whole life being a very bitter and isolated, emotionally shuttered man with a very short temper, and it was basically the war did that to him, which is incredible. Of course, he was of the generation where he didn't have PTSD wasn't recognised or diagnosed, and you were just told man up and get over it kind of thing.
Because that has changed now, and men are allowed to express emotions without being judged for it.
They're having a lovely little sleep, those two, aren't they?
No, look at them. Aww. He's reading his Mad Libs.
Listen. Yep. He's got his headphones on.
Listening to his book on tape.
That's right. Oh, Lizard Man saying Amazon ad break, dang it.
Damn. Bezos!
That's Lebanon.
Everyone is so sweaty.
Oh, look at this, though, to stop them landing because they don't want the situation at their airport.
They moved fast.
Yeah, well, they had them. They were all the airport vehicles.
Yeah.
Exactly, Mad Matt. Now PTSD because you had to choose Coke instead of Pepsi.
Yeah. When, as we all know, the true beverage of champions is Dr. Pepper or Mr. Pibb. Sorry, I couldn't hear that. Couldn't hear your disgust over my sipping of glory.
I like the fact though all the cast are strong in this film.
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Thunder. Oh God, I tried Dr. Rocket once, which was an off-brand Dr. Pepper.
Off-brand Dr. Pepper is Dr. Rocket.
I tried a Dr. Rocket. Yeah. Let's have a look. I think Dr. Rocket was the Kmart brand one.
Yeah.
Oh no, Mad Matt, Big Red. I've tried some Big Red. It's awful.
It is just sugar liquid. A plane full of sweaty Billy Zanes. That's someone's wet dream.
Yeah, James, exactly. If you took Chuck Norris and Lee Marvin out in this film, you'd be left with a powerful drama that might have actually got critical acclaim. Dr. Thunder's Walmart. I think Dr. Rocket was Kmart.
Do you reckon Menachem didn't really trust this movie without having like an action?
Oh no, he loved films with Chuck Norris in. You need to watch. If you've not seen it, there's a phenomenal documentary on Canon called Electric Boogaloo.
Oh yes, I've seen it. That's one of my favourite documentaries. It's grand.
I love Electric Boogaloo. Over the Atlantic. In about a week, the picture will have drawn on this computer.
What do you mean? It's...
Are you sure? Yes or no? What?
High-tech computer readout.
Yeah. Exactly, James. Chuck Norris and Charles Bronson films made Canon tons of money, so it could be lost on Tobe Hooper picks.
Yeah. But they were good picks.
Oh God, look how sweaty the priest is. That vicar shirt he's wearing, or priest shirt he's wearing, looks like black leather. It's so wet.
Sweating right through, yeah.
Mad Matt says Mr. Pibb sounds like a Bond villain.
Absolutely. That's why they rebranded him to Pibb Extra.
Yeah. They're so sweaty because they filmed it on actual planes in Israeli airports and it was hot. Yeah, it looks extraordinarily hot there.
That's why they're just dousing themselves with the water instead of drinking it. They're just like, oh God. It's tense. This film is tense.
It is, isn't it?
They are not naturally moist like Billy Zane. No, James, they're not.
The thing is, they are like proper the terrorists of the era, where they're basically wearing pillowcases on their heads.
Yep.
Yep, with Shelley Winters from the Poseidon Adventure. He's very hairy, the man he's hugging.
Absolutely. At what point do you ask, are we the baddies? Does it really take looking at the skulls on your apparel to say, are we the baddies, when you're hijacking a plane of innocent tourists?
I think so. Why do I hate the horse? The what? His suit? His suit?
I think he's saying hair suit, maybe? That's my interpretation of his psychobabble, anyway.
Okay. Beirut, centre town of the terrorist headquarters in Beirut.
Ah, yes. Terrorist
They're
town.
taking the they're taking the hostages to a new location.
Mm-hmm.
But again, this is what happened. People were kidnapped and taken to, and chained to radiators.
Yep.
Exactly, James. Really good performance from George Kennedy.
Yeah. Oh, his suit is fancy for hairy.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Swift. Thank you, James. There's the Orthodox priest, who's obviously not at all suspicious.
I mean, why would you be when...
Yeah, Lisbon says, yes, everyone knows the famous terrorist quarter of Beirut.
Yes. The famous area.
It is, Sharon. This is getting intense.
And the intensity is it's happening at a very quick pace, but it doesn't feel like it's being sped up. It doesn't feel like it's going too fast. It's shuffling along, but it's very easy to follow.
So who wants to know what
as well?
Who wants to know what we're watching next week? I found a British follow-up to Delta Force, even though it came before it.
The lesser-known British sequel to Delta Force that came out before Delta Force.
Well, it's not a sequel, but it's a similar film.
Yeah.
But it's not Who Dares Wins. It's not Megaforce. It's British. See if James can guess it. Now they're remixing on the plane. They've got a DJ remixing their theme. No, not Ransom. No, not Morons from Outer Space.
How is this not a comedy film, honestly? Prepare your gear. Everyone just starts messing with their stuff.
No, not Went the Day Well. No. No. It's from 1980. There's a hint.
It is a pretty cool soundtrack.
It is. It's not Day the Dolphin, Mad Matt. No. Not Day the Dolphin. James has got it. Can you also put the other name in the chat for the... That's it, James. Thank you.
North Sea Hijack.
North Sea Hijack, a.k.a. Folks, a.k.a. Action Force in some regions. But you will find it on YouTube. People have uploaded a load of copies of it in perfect quality under either North Sea Hijack or Folks. Roger Moore.
Brilliant.
Oh, you'll have fun with it.
In the middle of his Bond run? No.
Yes.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes. Yes. It's a great, underrated gem. It's Roger Moore and Anthony Perkins.
Ooh.
I'm not sure a video phone back then would have been that quality.
Nonsense. I do love spliced images like that, like from way back when.
Exactly. They spared no expense on phones for Chuck Norris. It probably also worked well because Chuck Norris didn't want to cut his hair for the role, so...
Yeah. How could you dare? I mean, no metal known to man could possibly cut Chuck Norris's hair.
Exactly.
Tougher
Exactly,
than
Alex.
the hardest steel.
Yeah. You just search for Folks on YouTube. But it's actually... Oh, let me put it in the chat for you. Don't forget the E on the end. Like that. Alex saying though he's searched for it and found 5 good quality uploads already on YouTube of it. So anyone... You'll find this one, because it's a favourite of mine. But it's not... You've never seen Roger Moore playing an action hero like this. I don't want to spoil it, so I won't say too much more. No, it doesn't have a capital F. No, sorry, James, it doesn't. That plane has flown quite a way from North Carolina to Israel, is it? Or no, Beirut.
Beirut, yeah.
Yeah.
I had rocket fuel, it's fine.
Alex is saying Anthony Perkins in an Irish fisherman's sweater too. Yes,
perfect.
And it's got, it's even got, who is in it? It's got Michael Parks in it as well.
Ooh.
Michael Parks, James Mason.
Ooh.
Anthony Perkins, Roger Moore. Oh, James, stop it. You're teasing me. No.
He's almost dead?
Mm. Yeah, he's
been
beaten
beaten
nearly to death.
Yeah.
Been badly beaten.
And yet his perfectly square face is unblemished.
Yes. They're nice that they take a bag with her.
Yeah. Follow me.
Yeah, but that's what they used to have at the airports.
Yeah.
To guide the planes in.
Why are all these airport refueling men buff as hell and
carrying Uzis?
Carrying ooze. It's standard equipment for refueling a plane. You got your multiple nozzles? Okay, cool. You got your gasoline or whatever the hell plane fuel is made of? Okay, cool. You got your Uzi? Awesome.
I don't know if I'd want to be on the plane or not. It's even sweatier and hotter outside. And now we're getting rid of half the cast, so the budget for the film goes down.
Does it? Because what we're losing in cast, we're gaining in explosions and special effects.
Oh yes, definitely. It's literally like, now the more serious part of the film is over.
Yep. The tense part is getting over.
Yes.
I'm doubly tense because my...
Mad Matt met Kelly Maroney yesterday. That's fantastic.
Oh, fantastic.
Kelly's a sweetheart.
She is lovely.
Mm.
Yes, my team, the Ravens, are in overtime at the moment, and it's neck and neck. Come on, guys. Yes, they won!
Yes.
Sorry, that was very exciting for me. The Ravens won, everyone.
I know, Sharon, that's awful. Being that hot and sweaty with a beard. Oof. Oh, I love Night of the Comet. It's a great film.
Night of the Comet's a freaking classic.
Yeah.
One of the many times I accidentally caught it on a VHS in the rifling through my mate's VHS collection. Same way I watched Troll 2. Might have been in the same weekend. If anyone hasn't seen Troll 2...
Oh, it's great.
Please do. It's great.
It's terrible.
It is.
Terrible.
It's brilliantly bad. Like, it is insane. We do not piss on hospitality. It's insane.
Oh, I love this. It's like, okay, engage ass kicking.
Yep. Take them down.
Take them down.
I actually haven't seen the Troll 2 documentary yet.
Again, I'm getting airplane vibes.
Yeah.
Mark's going, what? What? What?
Roger, over.
What? Mark? Yes.
Hold the mayo. The only team you support is the Arizona Hawks, supported by my neighbor, Burt Gummer.
The hostages in Beirut.
Ladies and gentlemen, the game has changed. On my mark, Mark. Roger, Roger.
Ooh.
Get out of there, McCoy. What's your Victor? What's your vector, Victor?
Don't shoot.
Let's be frank. We're just going to start quoting Airplane now.
We
The
are,
red
aren't we?
zone is for loading and unloading only. Looks like I picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue. Have we watched Airplane? We have, haven't we? We have.
No.
We haven't.
No.
Why haven't we?
I don't know. We should, maybe.
Or should we just be those guys that just watch Airplane 2?
I like Airplane 2, though.
It's fine. It's just not as good as the... I'll tell you what is good. And is underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Not Hot Fuzz. What's it called? No, Top Secret. Top Secret is brilliant. That guy is still waiting for the taxi cab. To this day, yeah. Oh, the Top Secret gag with Peter Cushing is... Oh. I laughed for like a solid 10 minutes straight the first time I saw that gag with the seeing eyeglass and he just takes it away from his eye. No! Oh, that was a good dummy.
It's grim. Mm.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that took the wind right out of my comedy there. Ooh. Please check a pulse. Please. Ah!
He's dead.
He got shot in the head and run over by a plane after falling quite a distance flat on his face. I know you have to. I know to double check, but come on. Oof. Damn. James is saying on the TWA 847 hijacking, the hijackers shot a US Navy diver just like that.
Wow.
Ouch.
And it's all changed even with those things now. Since Lockerbie, the luggage things that get loaded on planes like that now are basically bomb-proof.
Understandably.
Mm. Clear. Clear. Not quite, Sharon. Then that PSA is about nuclear attacks, not when you get knocked out of a plane, putting a toe tag on him and burying him. Mad Matt wants to watch The Nude Bomb. I don't know that film.
I'm unaware of it as well.
Bobby. Actually, there's a great piece of artwork from this film. And Bobby, being the big, tall, black guy, they did a really bad job in some of the artwork for some of the DVD releases of this film. And they took a shot of Chuck Norris standing next to Bobby, and Bobby's holding a bazooka. You'll see later in the film. Mm-hmm. But they put Lee Marvin's head on it for the posters and things. But if you look in the picture, It's Bobby's Black Hands. I'll see if I can find the image. It's brilliant.
Oh, God.
If I can find the image, it's somewhere anyway. It's on some of the media releases. It was bad.
That is a light coffin.
That is.
We need the priest from Dead Alive to suddenly turn up and start kicking ass for the Lord.
Tell you what, there's bits of this film though you're going to see, and video games are inspired by this stuff.
Oh yeah, so many video games are inspired by 80s schlocky action movies.
Oh yeah, that's a school gym from the looks of it.
It looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah. That's an airplane gag. It just pans over and you see kids doing laps in the schoolyard.
But they have to do it in their pants because they forgot their kit.
Yeah. Oh. Now in my school we had the spare kits, but
God.
the room was heinous. It was you'd rather die than put on some of the crusty nastiness from the spare kit room. It did say they were bringing them to the primary school. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, we were joking. We didn't realise that was a plot. We missed it. Thank you, Alex.
Yes, but is he just a priest?
I'm waiting for him to flip up his robes and have machetes or something underneath them. Now, let's make it culturally relevant. Yeah. A samurai sword. Yeah. He just takes them all out.
Alex is saying, Dom, never play rugby in anything from the spare kit room.
No. The spare kit room is vile. Well, no one would go near you if you had the spare kit on. Like, you'd probably get scabies or something horrifying. It is bothering me so much that clearly in some of the camera lenses, they didn't clean the lens. Like here, I can see like bits of crud. It's either the film stock, which I don't think it is because it's stationary. I think it's on the lens. It's bugging me. Clean your lenses, people.
This is such a dingy place they're filming. I'm saying when you broke the dress code and you were made to wear something from the box in the spare room.
Oh, we all have those stories. What the hell? They put that on the front page?
Yeah. They killed Tom.
He owes me $5. How are they treating you, Captain? Gun to head. That's fine, you know.
Well, to be fair, I think there's a lot of times when the press needs shooting at.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Swift, you've got to remember that paper might be a bit of a propaganda paper of the, pro, because it's their local paper, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know how it keeps treading this fine line between really serious and comedic timing and filming. Like,
what's your perfect Sunday?
Yeah, like. Really? Chuck, you ill-fitting. Oh, I was hoping it would just go through with loads of weapons.
No. Actually, it's quite a good excuse to get in, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Et voilà.
You gave it to me.
Bold eagle and a Bronco on the front or something. Couldn't be the most American belt buckle ever. Chuck Norris is the weapon, James. Thank you, yeah.
Exactly, James. Chuck doesn't need loads of weapons. He is a weapon. And Lizardman's saying Americans think they can pass for Canadians so easily.
You know, just barely do a French accent.
I'll speak a bit of French.
I know omelette de fromage. And that's about it. And mon petit chauffleur. Could not pass for Canadian. Couldn't pass for American. No. Couldn't pass for French. I couldn't pass for anything other than British. Although the Americans think I'm Australian, so I guess I might pass for Australian. I don't know how. I don't look like a meth head, nor am I incredibly attractive. So I'm not one of the two variants of Australian.
See, he's actually an agent, the priest.
Yep. Codename Machete. Yahoozer. How's it going, eh? There we go. Perfect Canadian accent. How's a boot? We all watch this film. Oh, his haircut's horrible. Oh, no. Oh, God.
That is.
Put the hat back on.
Yeah. Under the seats, there's something you might need just in case.
Please be like TNT or something. Oh, I look like a convict. Is that it? I'm an early Australian template.
I know. It's got Uzis for them.
Perfect. Nature's candy.
Oh. He's not. He's Mossad. He's a Mossad agent.
Ah.
Yeah. Mossad are probably one of, if not the best secret service agencies in the world.
Mm.
Not getting into it, but from an operational point of view, what they did with Hezbollah recently was incredible. Twice. Without getting into politics, whatever, pure from an operational point of view, what they managed to do was pretty incredible. Oh dear.
Oh, this?
I listened to the horse races on it.
I'm an amateur radio host. This is K914. You're listening to
The
Preacher
Vicar.
and the Pauper. Yeah, the Vicar is a much better name. Midnight with the Vicar. Confess your sins. You're on the air with the Vic. How can I help? Wasn't there a Monty Python skit about like a vicar? No, it's the Archbishop, right? As a superhero. The Bishop.
Hell,
the Bishop.
It's the secret of how the priests actually communicate with God. They got a special radio, the God radio. Oh look, you know there's about to be some action.
AM radio. That's how God communicates with us.
You know there's gonna be some action though. The tune's back.
Oh yes.
I mean, that is so badass. These stunts are.
Yeah, just leaning out of the.
And I get the feeling that health and safety was not strictly observed making this film.
It's a canon film. What health and safety?
And the woman, whoo! But it's got some great stunt work in this.
Oh, no, okay. I thought the minivan had California plates on it.
Yeah, it is a Chuck Norris film, Sharon. But this is probably one of my favourite Chuck Norris films because the action in it's just great.
It's also sandwiched between a very intense hostage film.
It's kind of like the appetite. It's like a palate cleanser in between the dark stuff.
Oh yeah, you need it. You need to feel the palate cleanser.
And I love the fact. Oh please,
watermelons.
There's a big table full of watermelons. Yes. Does anyone else want them? I mean, has anyone else I've been driving somewhere and seen like a table full of watermelons and thought, God, I'd love to.
You just felt the urge. How often have you been like on the motorway or something and you see one of those trucks that loads on other cars and you just see the ramp and you think, I could.
Yeah.
Extra points.
Exactly. Mr. Swift, where's the pane of glass? You're in two guys walking back and forth with it constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Sharon. Table of watermelons in any movie only serves one purpose. Oh, but there were crates stacked in the road, though, to be fair. And the car explodes from the crates.
Great stunts. Absolutely great stunts. Oh, that's a shitty looking car. Is it going to explode? Oh, no.
He's going to crash into the yellow car and explode. He's got to.
Yes.
Why did the water explode?
Water's very volatile. It's hazardous material. Oh, she came. What happened?
Oh, I need a watch with a Velcro cover.
Why? It just gets in the way of knowing the time.
Yeah, but I could pretend I was in Delta Force, you know?
I'm going to see you next week with your own homemade Velcro.
Yeah. Good God, how many people have they brought with them?
Honorary Delta Force Junior member.
Yeah. But do you want motorcycles with rockets?
Yes.
You're going to get motorcycles with rockets. Yeah, all of them, Andrew.
Dick Tracy. That's one I haven't seen in forever.
No, I know, James. I'm not in Delta Force. I'm not even the hostage they shoot and throw off the plane. I know.
That's me. I'm the hostage they shoot and throw off the plane.
Yeah.
I like the idea because the soundtrack is slowly like coming
getting
in
louder.
As well. I like the fact that the soundtrack's on the boat.
Yeah, it's getting louder as it gets closer to shore.
Wait, do you hear that? That's our theme song.
Only thing I would say is that boat's not exactly very stealthy for coming to shore, is it?
No, you can't get away with stealth. I need to know.
This is still cool. This is cool.
Why they thought, now we let the music swell as the boat gets closer. Why, Menachem? Why do you think that was a good idea? It just implies that the music's on the boat.
Because the music's cool.
It is.
Right, so that water's waist high on most of them. They're all going, oh, my underwear's wet. I've got wet socks.
Oh, I hate wet socks. Oh, it's nasty.
And now they've suddenly got the vehicles out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool blue headlights.
Yeah.
A lot of dune buggies.
And motorcycles.
Yeah. I was hoping someone would hit that.
Chuck Norris will be like, did you bring me a rocket motorcycle? Yes.
We're an hour and 20 minutes into this film?
That's great.
Good God. Yeah, it's flown by.
Go. Put the American flags on and then no. Now they're going back out in boats. Basically, it's just the film's just made of cool shots, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool shots, the movie. Michael Bay is probably oozing with jealousy.
Did they get that rather large armoured van off the boat as well?
No, they constructed it on the beach.
Oh, no, they've stolen it. You can see it's a stolen vehicle. Okay. I wasn't sure at first. Oh, he's a local. Yes, James. An hour and 20 minutes that has hardly featured Chuck Norris. Well, I think that's the good thing about it. Is the other story makes it stronger. Because
it does. It's a strong story.
Chuck Norris can't do the emotional heavy lifting.
No.
And I'm going to say the ending. I don't know when I'll get emotional. The ending of this film gets me a bit emotional quite often.
I don't need more emotions today. I'm an emotional roller coaster right now.
Well, you'll see, and I'll explain why at the end. Yeah, emotional. Sorry, James is saying the armored van has the backing group in. It's got the keyboard, the synthesizers and stuff for the music.
Do 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 do.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining the locals being like, "Who's playing that music this time of night?"
Sean's saying, "I'm sure it's sleep deprived." I like the fact that they were to hide from the searchlights. They bent over, yet they're wearing bright yellow scuba tanks that they put up.
Yeah. Sleep deprivation. I'm used to it. It's fine. Alan Silvestri's in the van.
Exactly, Sharon. Hiding from searchlights? Yeah, bright yellow tanks? Sure thing. Well, we're not really keen on you.
Nah, we're best mates, you and I. You kidnapped me and all my mates. You killed a dude for no reason. Exactly right, Mad Matt. I'll get all the sleep I need when I'm dead.
Friends in America? One day.
I like the sound effect that his hand gave. The whoosh.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. It's like, I'm going to get you, sucker, with the band playing the theme music running after them. You know when there's going to be an action sequence because that music starts to build again.
Yep. There is action music swelling. I think there's a fight scene coming along soon.
Yeah, true, James. In action movies, they normally try to have the bad guy be a physical match for the hero, except here we have Robert Forster in brownface and Chuck Norris. That doesn't seem fair. Yeah, that's very true.
Well, there's always like the smart villain and then the heavy, right? Like Indiana Jones always had a heavy that he'd fight before he outwitted or just destroyed the main
Is that
bad
sorry? Is he
guy.
sat on a huge pile of explosives? That guy.
It's best place to sleep. It's so cozy. TNT and plastic.
Oh, that looks like grey water.
Oh God! Oh, it's in my nose. I'll never get the smell out.
Ugh. You'd breathe it in, and you'd be tasting it in the back of your throat, wouldn't you?
For days.
To be fair, Dom. To be fair, with what you're changing at the moment, you're probably traumatized anyway.
Oh, it's fine. I've seen worse. I worked in the NHS. Remember?
Oh, there we go.
This is nothing. Ah, yes, the sewer level, the worst part of any FPS game. Absolutely right. Or any Dark Souls game. The swamps of Dagobahs.
Oh, they're
Never
smoking
great.
next to the explosives and things as well, aren't they? So.
Exactly. It's the best place to smoke, you know. The grey water and the explosives. What could possibly go wrong?
And all the methane gas in the sewers. It's absolutely fine putting a cigarette out on the sewer. Alex Peacock says, Dom is now extra immune to stench, DHS, and a wee ban.
Yeah, exactly. I'm fine. Besides, I'm battle hardened. I've smelled the rotting corpse of a human being. It's not grand. Nothing really compares to it. So decay in its most abysmal state lingers with you so much that it kind of ruins smells for you. Not that, smelling bad things is a good thing. I'm desensitized to it, is what I'm trying to say. I'd love it if if the band comes up like one instrument at a time.
Yeah. See the keyboard stand.
Conductor comes out and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, they're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
At least they found the door. They knew where they're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly Mr. Whiskey. As they crawled through the bog of eternal stench, says Mr.
Adding it to my bucket lists of scents. Jean-Paul Gaultier, Abysmal Decay. Again, I keep seeing this through the lens of like an airplane skit. Like it's going to be like a crayon drawn map or something. Okay, we're here. We need to get here.
Yeah, listen, okay, guys, we're here, and the Burger King is here.
The only thing open at this time of night is the White Castle.
Yeah. White Castle's great if you've got constipation.
Oh, they constructed that fast.
Yeah. Oh, it's plastic. I thought they were like
hot dogs, little
Mexican
rations.
spicy dried sausages or something, you know?
Pepperami.
Yeah.
Come on, lads, everyone get your pepperami. your pre-mission snack. Your Lunchables.
Wow, they made a good, neat job of that.
Oh no, that was impressive.
Yeah, but you kind of imagine, though, that Delta Force would have practiced this and practiced this and practiced this, wouldn't they?
We saw them practicing for a plane situation moments ago. Well, like 30 minutes ago, but you know what I mean. Everyone gets one crazy bread roll each. No stealing, said Liz. Come on, everyone, get your Lunchables and your juice. We got apple and we got cran apple.
Yeah. Someone bought some Clamato, but we know no one wants to drink that. What? I've got a question. Why in God's name is there such a thing as Clamato?
I can't answer that. Well, the only reason I can think of for Clamato is to make a michelada with it, which is alcoholic tomato juice. It's beer in tomato juice.
Yeah, but with clam juice
It's still
added.
gross. Yeah, it works with the spice. Clamato is vile.
Yeah. Exactly. James, exactly. They practice these scenarios in North Sea Hijack as well.
It's a garden
Miss Swift
cocktail.
likes Clamato.
I love tomatoes. I'm not a fan of the juice. Yeah.
James, forgive me if I'm wrong, but didn't they have the premiere after party for Delta Force in a car park in LA? In a multi-story car park. I think they mentioned that in the Oh.
Ooh. Good squibs.
Here we are. Now they're there, the music's on.
Yeah.
I love the fact they fight and then the music.
Every time I hear Clamato, I just think of Tamako from Simpsons.
See, I just love... I doubt they have, but I'd love the idea of Delta Force having motorcycles with rockets and dune buggies jumping everywhere and stuff. Seagal, take the rear.
One of these days, Steven Seagal's going to watch one of these watch parties and come after us. As long as we're up a flight of stairs, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm in more danger than you are. Wait, no, where is he now? I don't know
Russia.
where he is. Oh, we'll be fine then. Tamako. I hate the station. Change it. I want the...
Exactly, Mad Matt. I want Mega Delta Force. James is saying Andrew and Dom versus Steven Seagal. Whoever wins, we all lose. That's harsh, James.
Yeah. How is it a loss if Andrew and I beat Seagal? And his Aikido. I don't negotiate with terrorists.
There's something cool about shooting a radio with an Uzi. Just the way he just waves the Uzi around.
Just slosh it around.
Yeah. Exactly, Lizard Man. You could have gloated a little at foiling his plan.
My leg.
I'm a medical student. I've studied for a week. I think he's pregnant.
Now, the leg bone's connected to the hip bone. The hip bone's connected to the... Landing flat-footed from that height.
Seriously, why has no one made a video game directly of this movie?
I don't know.
With the soundtrack.
Yeah, that's what you need.
And look, now he's gonna... Look at this. That is...
With his hand?
Chuck Norris being a Chad, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he had a grip.
That is prime alpha Chad. isn't it? That move was. Yeah, the only reason he's carrying him is because he knows he's probably not giving him very good medical attention. So if he dies, if there's going to be a problem, he can just go, I died. He died. There's no lawsuit.
Must have been, what the hell is it now? What do they always say? Like, died of, not sepsis, 'cause that's how he's going to die, but he would have died by, bloody hell, I can't remember what the go-to death scenario is.
Not sepsis.
No.
Exactly, James. Chuck, have you remembered to rescue the hostages?
Whoops.
It does a bit show, and the music's very similar, kind of an A-Team type theme, but it was the mid-80s. Everyone had to have a cool theme.
Yeah. I miss themes. I honestly miss themes.
Yeah. I like films with a proper score. I don't just want all tribal drums and shouting and stuff. And I like the fact they're all carrying telephones round on them.
Yeah.
That's harsh. Terrorist who speaks English and then just torture him.
Yeah. Watch where you're waving that thing.
Was Lee Marvin staggering a bit there? Either his character had an injury or the actor was just drunk again.
The latter is more likely.
Oh. Wow. Hard to talk with a gun in your mouth. I suppose you just pop him, and if he didn't answer, pop him, and then pick another one up off the floor and keep going until someone knows the answer.
Yep.
It's grim, though. Yeah, that's true, Lizardman, though. It's hard to answer questions with a gun in your mouth.
He's speaking gibberish. Executes him.
Dom, you see, don't you think you should have one of those dune buggies for living in the desert?
I should, yeah. I really need to get one. For my casual excursions out into the desert.
Bobby's the OG. He's the hero, isn't he?
Absolutely. He, saved
He's
several
reliable.
people from a grenade.
Oh, yeah, he leapt on them, didn't he?
He leapt on them,
save
yeah.
them.
I thought he was leaping on the grenade for a second. I was like, Bobby, no!
Ah. Yeah, about half an hour of the... half an hour till the end of the end credits, but about 20 minutes of the film left. Okay, there's a problem now. There's a lot of people coming.
Yeah. With tanks, by the looks of it.
Yeah, with armoured personnel carriers and things, yeah. This was what they used on the artwork. This, basically a still from this, of the two of them holding bazookas, and put Lee Marvin on Billy. I kind of thought there might be better shots at what they were doing there, though.
They were
Chuck Norris on his rocket cycle. I like to think that that's Chuck Norris's personal ride.
Yeah. Yeah.
He brought it from home with him.
Personal rocket cycle.
Yeah, he brought it from home with him. Oh, actually. Run away! Run away!
God, Monty Python and the Holy Grail as well.
Very cool shot, though, of the stuntman riding the bike in silhouette.
Yes.
And, if I remember in a second, I'm not sure. It's been a while since I saw this. I'm not sure if there's a wheelie bit and he does like a hi-ho silver in silhouette.
The sun only rises out of fear that Chuck will wrangle it and force it to rise.
Yeah. Oh, look at him just sat there, just waiting for them. He's like, yeah. They know they're outnumbered with one Chuck Norris.
One Chuck Norris and 50,000 terrorist soldiers? Oh, it's not even a fair fight.
Yeah.
You should have brought 3 times as many.
Exactly, Miss Swift. To be fair, that one man is Chuck Norris. Yeah, retreat, says Sharon. Oh. Yeah.
Run away! I love that one, James.
Yeah. Chuck Norris does not hunt.
Yes.
Hunting contains the possibility of failure. Chuck Norris kills.
Simply kills.
Oh. Just... Even though that stunt double clearly isn't him.
Yeah, looks nothing like him.
Yeah, nice obvious stunt double. Very cool. The Navy divers actually do something useful for once.
Do 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 do.
Yep, you know the Delta Force because they have to jump the buggy over stuff.
Thank God we're saved. They're Delta Force. Oof. Ooh.
Yeah, they had to be careful because there was a risk of Chuck Norris running over the truck.
Yeah.
If the truck had ran into Chuck Norris, it would have been ruined. I like the fact. Do you know what? If ever I had an office of my own, like at a company I ran, I would have this riff we've got going at the moment, the on hold music.
That's perfect. You'd inspire so many people with the waiting music there. That's the problem.
I love the fact that it's blowing everything up.
Kaboom.
Oh.
Oh no.
It really is 80s TV victory music, I know. Oh dear. Pete.
Where's that medic? Chuck Norris needs to Mr. Miyagi him.
Come on, Pete. Yeah, Chuck orders you to live. Oh, he's got himself a new rocket cycle.
They don't reload the rockets, just reload the cycle.
The guy's literally just over there.
Quality television.
Yeah.
Looks like no one's been home for a while.
Exactly.
Ignore the meal on the table, the television.
I think they've ran. I think they probably ran when World War III was happening outside.
Yeah, maybe.
Exactly, James. New plan. Robert Foster, take off the wig and wash off the boot polish. There you go, he's washing it off now.
He disappears like Batman.
Oh, yeah, on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And punches him on a motorcycle.
There's one hell of a rug on the wall. Woven tapestry.
Tapestry of some kind.
Yeah.
Oh. Keep going, come on. Yeah, he's done for.
Yeah, it's like James said earlier, it's not exactly a fair fight.
No. Not at all. Oh.
That poor dining room table.
Oh, he's actually spraying blood at the wall when he's hitting him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is now personal for him because he hurt his friend, didn't he? Chuck could have finished this at any point.
It's torturing him at this point.
Yeah. Ah! Oh.
I've had someone close a door on my leg like that once and it hurt. And they didn't do it with all of their might and force. It was an accident.
No. James, now, what would have happened if he'd been sat inside a Volvo and Chuck had fired a nuclear weapon at him? Oops. Okay, I think he's dead.
Maybe.
How come that one Navy diver's got a seat in the buggy?
You know, he's earned his pips, maybe.
To be fair...
He called shotgun?
No, to be fair, the other guy's laying down possibly where he would have been.
True.
Pete is laying down.
Bring me the Neosporin.
That's right, James. The Day After is not a sitcom. Do you know, I've never seen a real cotton field before like that. It's cool, isn't it?
It looks itchy.
So between 12 and 16, so should we say 14?
Yeah, split the difference. Again, I'm seeing an airplane gag where the fence ends like an inch away from where they're cutting. Have I been ruined by parody movies? Can I just see?
I think so. I think so.
Again, in Top Secret, there's a great moment where he's crawling up to this pair of boots and he just looks up and there's no one in them.
Lee Marvin's actually getting to kill some people properly this time. It's like he demanded some... He gets
okay, I'll do it, but I get to kill 2 people.
Yeah.
Make it 3. Make it 4. Oof.
I bet that cockpit with the 3 pilots sleeping in there in this hot weather smells really funky.
Oh, yeah. Very gross. Very sweaty in there.
Yes. Just walk over the body.
5 people. How'd you like your eggs?
Yeah. I like the fact they're going to escape in the hostage jet.
Exact plane, yeah.
Oh, and the tune's back on.
We apologize for the delay in your flight. We'll get you home soon enough.
Oh.
Apart from one of you who was killed.
Hang on, that medical student was holding Pete's hand?
Maybe they fell in love.
But Doc is... They've actually got someone there who's a proper qualified either doctor or field medic.
The field medics just make you comfortable while you die. A medical student, you'd hope, is learning to keep you alive.
Yeah, the band caught up in the Jeep. That's a bit story. Yeah, James. Back to the rocket-powered plane, everyone. And he hopes they don't leave Alan Silvestri behind. Quick! Hand out the duty-free catalogues.
Sky Mall.
Yeah, Skywall. Quick, do the in-flight safety briefing before we take off.
In-flight meal today is going to be justice. With a side of mashed potatoes. I want first class.
Because they need to get the steps away from the plane, so they just basically do the world's most awful thing in gym class.
They weren't that bad. The bleep challenge was worse for me.
Yeah, James is saying, we have a special on Yves Saint Laurent cologne. Your flight attendants will be around shortly to offer you in-flight snacks. You must call the app to pay for them. We do not accept cash. But what of Chuck? How is Chuck going to get on the plane?
Fly his fly his rocket bike.
It's fortunate someone put a plank of wood on the other side of those barrels for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for flying hijack air. This is very similar in a lot of ways to the ending to the film Megaforce.
Yeah. Oh wait, is he gonna fly?
No, not quite, but it's gonna be Mr. Saying fly like Megaforce. No, not quite, but it's gonna be basically rushing to get in the back of the plane, trying to keep up with it on a motorcycle.
God, Megaforce is great.
It is
such a corny movie.
Yes, Amy Wilder, welcome, Amy. Great to have you with us. You on a motorcycle with rockets and theme music? I think we all do.
Alan Silvestri on the back, just
yes. Exactly, Miss Swift. Where's Persis Combato when you need her? Do you know what, though? If I was in those Jeeps, I wouldn't necessarily be doing that, because the problem is, if they end up behind the engines, or even close to the engines, they'll either be sucked through the engines,
yeah.
Or, if they're on the other side of the engines, run on full thrust, those Jeeps will go tumbling down the...
Get blasted away.
Yeah. Look at that. Just does a wheelie through them.
Wheelies speed up your bike, as everyone knows.
Yeah.
Clear the runway for you guys. Got room for one more on that big old bucket of bolts?
Yeah. Sharon's saying,
Son of a
nice
bitch.
flight, except for the Marine that killed on the way back. He didn't have a good day. They had to be careful Chuck Norris didn't pull the plane down.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, look at this.
Of course. Yeah, the only way to do it is to straddle the top of my bike while doing a wheelie.
But you got to appreciate the stunt work in this film.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
No, it's not flying into the back of the car. It's not flying into the back of the cargo bay on a jet bike, but... It's like me travelling on Ryanair.
You got to catch up to it on a bike and climb up the rope to get on board.
Yeah. Oh, God. I'd say, can you take me back to the prison in Beirut, please? Warm Budweiser.
I see. The torture has only just begun.
Oh, dear. Pete's not in a good way.
No.
Yeah, exactly, Amy. They have a setup for blood transfusions.
I mean, yeah. Oh, crumbs. I'm going to have to learn this pretty fast, aren't I?
Yeah. Nope, the blood didn't help.
Checks the infusion and be like, oh, I've got it in the outward section. We've been sucking blood from him rather than putting it in.
Yeah, the bag's filling. It was empty to start off.
Shrivels up like life force. Whoops. This is the outy blood pump, not the inny blood pump.
Or they just gave him the wrong blood group entirely.
Yeah. What do you mean he isn't O negative?
Yeah. Sharon's saying, let's hope the Budweiser's cold. Not mean, yeah, because can you imagine if it's not even warm, like hot Budweiser?
Get your piping hot Budweiser here.
No. I'll explain in a minute why I find the ending of the film quite sad. Quite emotional in some ways in a minute. It's the other half of the film's cast that we dropped off earlier.
Yes.
So you see all the passengers get a hero's welcome and a big celebration that they've come back. Like a big party, news cameras, celebrations that they've all been returned. Delta Force leave via the back door secretly, carrying their dead to no praise. Yeah, I was also upset Shelley Winters didn't have a heart attack in this film. It's like the film suddenly gets more serious again.
Now all heroes wear capes.
Oh. Exactly, James. No one in the crowd looks to their right. There we go. And now they back in the Delta wagon. Further adventures.
A Delta-mobile.
Yeah. They ignite the rockets and all the crowd burns as the plane takes off. And there we go, everyone. That was the Delta Force. I'll take your comments from the chat. Dom, what do you think of that? Seeing that for the first time.
That's a fun movie. It's like I said, sandwiched in between a serious, depressing narrative. It really cleanses the palate with a lot of fun action schlock, though.
Yeah, but I think James was summarising it really well. That if not for the action, this was a proper gritty film.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very uneven in that respect, but it's also got some great action. Yeah. But the dark bits are really good.
Indeed.
So, yeah. See what the chat has to say. Alex saying it's a solid B silly movie. Miss Swift, not bad. I get why it was so loved back in the day. Sharon's a solid movie, great fun watching with you all. Jedi Wizard, the drama part's pretty compelling, but the action is definitely schlocky. Well, exactly, it needs to be. Mad Matt was thinking about Invasion USA. Okay.
Yeah.
There's the usual canon mix of hyper serious drama with over the top action added in. Yes, exactly. I really enjoyed this. I had a great time watching it with you. Calbot saying typical can fodder, fun movie, fun watch party with all of you. James saying so much was taken wholesale from the hijacking previous year that I would have found it quite distasteful another time. Decades later, it's a really powerful drama with Megaforce edited in. Mad Matt saying best action movie I haven't watched. Well, hopefully you can join us on screen next time, Mad Matt. You can actually watch the film we're watching. Just to say, we will be back in 7 days, and we're going to be watching North Sea. The film is called North Sea Hijack. I'll put it in the chat. Or Folks is the other name of it. And you find there's a lot of copies of some of you already had a look on YouTube, and that's what we're going to watch next week. Please don't look this film up too much beforehand, apart from it's got Roger Moore and it's got a great cast, and it's an action movie, and it's fun. Yes, Cigarette Kramer, James, exactly. Cigarette Kramer. But we're going to have great fun. So we're back in 7 days with a bit of Roger Moore fun. Mad Matt, if you want to watch it in advance, feel free, but I don't know. It's a lot of fun, that film, and I think we're all going to have a great time watching it if you haven't seen it. It's rather silly and a great time. But anyway, please, the next 7 days, stay safe, take care of each other, be kind to each other, put positivity into the world, and we will see you in a week. So until then, everyone, good night.
Bye-bye.